I
Long
got to
time
tell
coming.
you, I was so happy for you.
Thank you.
I can't believe I did this. So I started a podcast. I have my first guest. I adore him. His name is Kalvin Love. Go follow him, find him, get to know him, because obviously I just wasn't smart enough to introduce my guest on my new podcast, Be Crazy Well. You know you are. Like, really happy for you,
Thank you.
right? And it's because I think that when you live in the life that you've lived, how do you ever find out who you really are, what you're supposed to do? You not only have mothers, a mother and a father and siblings and other relatives, you have the whole friggin' world
Yeah.
telling you what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, how you should be doing it. Did you ever notice that?
Definitely noticed it.
And then you got
Definitely.
girlfriends telling you and everybody else telling you what. And I always used to think when you and I would be at Venice Beach. First of all, can I just say something about meeting you at Venice Beach to talk? I used to love how you handled people coming up to your car.
Mhm.
You were so kind
Yeah.
when they would come up to your car.
Yeah, that was very interesting. But the way I viewed it is I don't walk up to people and talk to them. So when they walk up to me, it's like, oh, now I can finally talk to somebody because I don't have it in me to be like, oh, yo, yeah, like I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be, but I feel like those type of people are very special because they just walk through life doing what they want to do.
Do you
So
know why you couldn't do that? Do you have any idea what?
I don't.
No.
Maybe because I'm just shy.
It could be that you're shy. So also kids try to balance out parents.
Hmm.
So when a parent is very forceful and very effusive and is known around the friggin' world,
Yeah.
and you're firstborn, those firstborn kids oftentimes they either align with the parent or they have to try to balance out the parent,
Okay. That makes sense.
right? So if you've got a parent that's like, I'm out here, I'm out here, I'm out here, the kid is going, no, we should be back here too,
Got you.
right?
I can see that. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
So you're supposed to balance out. So let's talk about a couple of other ways you might have balanced out. Okay. So dad's out there, mom's trying to hold everything together and do her thing.
Yeah.
And you're firstborn, and they're in the city, always
Hmm.
in the city all the time. Am I right?
True.
City folk, as we
Hmm.
call them. Where were you
At home.
at home? And where did you end up going when you could get out on your own? Did you go into the city or did you find other places to go?
Mm, I went to the city by force.
That's right. And when you could choose your own place to be, what did you choose? You just told me
The beach,
the beach,
mountains,
the mountains, outdoors.
outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Another opportunity
To
to balance
balance.
out.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? This is all research that people don't think to look at.
Yeah.
And it also shows the wisdom of children because children are always trying to find balance.
Hmm.
So when I first met you, I went, oh, I love this guy. He's the kid in the family that's trying to balance out
Yeah.
what's going on here. Right. And it's not that anything that was necessarily going on is bad. It's just all one way.
Needs to be balanced.
It needs to be balanced.
Too much of anything.
Too much of anything, too much of me sometimes. That's why I go home and just, clean the house because no one needs that much of me either.
Yeah. A lot of energy, but good energy.
I do. And I try to, actually, you were very helpful with that too. One of the great superpowers you have, Spank, is that ability to just be
Mm.
without being big, just being.
Yeah.
You're present, you're always present, and you allow space for other people.
Yeah.
That's a superpower and it's rare.
Wow.
So I want to thank you for that. Maybe even to a fault sometimes. Like you said, I want to be that person that would go up to someone and say something. You came to me and said, I want to talk. You were.
Yeah.
So you have that ability. You just use it sparingly,
Very sparingly.
very sparingly. Yet the people you're surrounded with, one of the people I just adore is your wife,
Soraya.
Soraya. And again, you wanted to be that person, so you chose someone that has more of that than what you have. But wait, there's more.
Mm,
She chose you
definitely.
because she wants more of that quiet just being.
That grounding.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had to talk about that because how she is. I mean, she just goes anywhere. People walking up to her, she's walking up to them. She's just talking. She's just flowing. She could talk all day. After an hour, 2 hours, I need to go home and just take a little break because I'm like, man, I didn't talk to myself, like talk my own ears off. I'm not even used to hearing myself talk that much, but I definitely believe that because we balance each other out. And I think that's the beautiful thing about me and Soraya because I realize that and I like almost honor and respect it because I've never wanted to be with a girl like me. I've been with a couple girls like me. It's boring. We just it's just quiet. We just
It's a
riding
little too
around.
quiet, too
Yeah,
much. Okay,
just
got
riding
it.
around quiet, just
Right.
chilling all day. But when I'm with her, we're just always doing something. It's just something going on at all times. So
She's what I look at her as when I watch her and I follow her, and I've had the honor of meeting her. She's really engaged in life and the wellness of the community.
mhm.
Like she understands how important it is for us to have a voice
Yeah,
and to use it and to do good.
yeah, I
She
agree.
really does.
I
You
agree.
understand it as well. She just is the activator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's the activator.
Yes, I think we're a perfect duo.
Yeah.
Sometimes she doesn't see it because she's just so active, and she sees me. I'm just like, hey, I'm chilling. I'm making sure everything stay balanced. But I think she understands it enough to be like, okay, this is just how he is, and
Yeah.
I've already accepted that that's how she is. So we
And
just
to
make it
not
work.
fight that is so rare for couples because they originally get together because of that
Hmm.
and then they fight it. Then they forget and they try to make the quiet one louder and the louder one quieter.
Quiet.
Like, you know what I mean? They fight it as opposed to
Yeah.
say, why did I pick her this? Oh, yeah, I do want to step out of my comfort zone a little bit. So when I saw you, put that product out that you're doing and starting your own company, I went, you go, Spank. You
I'm
say it.
I'm doing my best, definitely.
So before we talk a little bit more, I'm here with Spank, and you guys out there just follow him, and you'll have a great experience. On Instagram, he's Kalvin Love, and his music is absolutely amazing. So I should send this home with him. Okay. And I had the honor when I first started my podcast,
Yeah.
uh, and I still have the song. I asked if I could borrow one of his songs, and he gave me "Be Your Best
Be
Self."
your best
Be
self.
your best self. But the best part about it, it's spelled BEE,
Yes.
right? Because bees, without them, we're all dead.
Hmm.
We're done. It's over. The minute
Yeah.
all the bees are gone, it's just pack it up because
Yeah.
we're out of here. Go find that other planet, apparently. So, yeah, I've been a fan of your work as well. And the joy for me was when I met your family, how much I didn't know about the rest of the family and all their gifts.
Yeah.
And here you are doing music on a positive note, saying positive things. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna help or hurt because he's going in a completely different direction. You were like the Oprah of rap.
Yeah. Definitely.
Really? Tell me how that happened. And your music is still going strong and it's inspiring. I love it. It's fun, it's funny,
Yeah.
and it also is very it's very revealing. You're very transparent.
So how it started was first of all when I first started smoking weed,
Mhm.
we would just listen to beats or most of the songs we listened to had instrumentals at the end, so we would always just rap on the beat freestyle. And freestyling for me always came easy cuz we always did it. I wasn't nervous. I would just say whatever was on my mind freestyle. and it got to the point to where we just kept freestyling, and this is when Facebook was like a big thing. This is when MySpace had just died, and then Facebook was like the new thing. So we would just post our videos of us freestyling on Facebook, and I mean, if I go back and listen to it now, it's not the best thing, but it's an actual freestyle. So it's like how many
Mhm.
people are actually freestyling.
That's right.
And we were like 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever, young, just having fun, just messing around. And it turned into my cousin or my uncle, somebody showing me how easy it is to record this and actually put it on a song. And from there, I just always like my favorite rappers were always people who just said how they felt. So Kanye West, Eminem, Lil Wayne, The Game, like they just said what they felt. It wasn't like, okay, I'm a rapper, but I'm going to stay a rapper. I'm going to make sure the song is about this, about that. Like I have so many songs that I like by Eminem where he's just talking about the craziest stuff, and it's true, and it's just like I connected with that. So when I was able to finally make my own music, I was like, that's what I want to. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to do. I want y'all to hear my music and be like, oh, okay, he's a rapper, but he's also like, in my one song, I just said I'm a poetess, like just making up words. Like I'm not a rapper, I'm a poetess. I'm all kind of things, right?
Yeah.
And then I found this guy named Nujabes or Neju Beats. We always call him different names, and he made this like different type of hip hop beats, and it kind of challenged me to be more than a rapper because it was not your average, boom bap, whatever type of beat. It was like a whole different type of style. And it just kind of showed me and helped me create my own lane. Cause I feel like without that, I would have just rapped on, West Coast type of beats, East Coast type of beats. Like all that is cool. But like if you listen to my music like you have, like sometimes I'm just rapping on synthesizers and 808s and like just the most random stuff. But in so many words, it had to happen. And I wouldn't be a rapper if I was just a regular rapper. Like I don't like to just do regular stuff. Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna make sure it's something that I actually want to do. So music for me is the greatest expression. And
It's the oldest expression.
right.
It was actually before language.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's the oldest. That drum beat, that was all communication and the way that
Yeah.
indigenous people communicated way before we had any kind of language. And you're right about that. And you come from a family of disruptors. Your dad disrupted some stuff,
Mhm.
and still does. Sometimes it pisses people off, and most of the time it doesn't. But that happens as well, because that happens. And my experience was you're the disruptor in the family as well.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you are. And I happen to gravitate towards disruptors,
Mm,
being the disruptor in my family.
yeah.
And sometimes it's a direct disruptor because the family wants you to be a certain way and it's actually hurtful. And
Mm,
sometimes, so then you go against that. They want you to be, don't embarrass us, don't do this. Okay, that's one way a child can be a disruptor. The other way is that they can actually see that the family is struggling
mm,
and they disrupt by being the blessing and the balance.
got you.
And that's something we don't talk enough about.
Yeah.
Or, like we said, if they're in the city and you're in the ocean, it's like, why is he surfing? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
And you surf as well. So here's your music that's different. You didn't follow in your dad's footsteps. Although all of our families, in some way or another, influence us. And then we get to pick and choose whether we want that influence or not. We want some of it and we don't,
Yeah.
right? So you don't have to take it all, but you don't have to reject it all either. So my experience of you is that you did take what worked for you
Definitely.
and then you not rejected in a bad way, but said, no, that's not me.
Yeah.
That's not me. And that's hard for families sometimes. Was that hard for your family sometimes? I'm
Yeah.
asking a question that I obviously know the answer to.
Yeah, it was definitely hard for them because, you know, they've never seen it before. I'm just doing what I feel. And, that's it's hard to process. And the older I get, I understand that and I respect it because I'm a disruptor. I'm doing the things that needs to be done, but they may not see it that way because I'm I'm leaving the family tradition or whatever. They
Right,
want
right.
to keep the family the way the family is, and it's like, well, I I disagree. I need to balance it. I need to okay, like you said, y'all in the city. Okay, I need to be at the beach. So
Right.
yeah, it's a ongoing thing, but I do think one thing that I do appreciate is at least they know that this is who I actually am. They know there's no
You did
faking.
the best job teaching him that.
Yeah.
The last time when, we all sat, you were the leader. That all changed
Hmm.
when you became the leader of a discussion.
Yeah.
Was that
Definitely.
true for you? Did you notice that too? That I'm going to now lead this discussion.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to like I've always wanted to be the leader, but I didn't want to take the steps to become a leader.
Yeah.
So I just kind of was cool with just being passively,
Yeah.
in my little role in my position.
Mm,
But once again, I'm getting older now. Now I got kids, so
that's right.
all these things that I want to do, don't want to do it. It's out the window. These are things I have to do now, and that's just how I view it. And I needed that. Like I needed to have kids, and I was actually thinking about that today. I was like, I'm so glad I had kids because, of course, I know what life was like before kids. I could go to Mammoth Mountain for 2 months and just snowboard. I could
Right.
go to Hawaii. I could do all kind of stuff. I didn't have to worry about the responsibility of kids. But me having kids made me grow up so. It made me grow in a way that I needed to grow, and like I'm always going to be thankful for my kids and what it did to me and what it feels like to be a father. Like I used to really miss being a single non-father, like just a
Mhm.
regular human being,
And to
just
do what you want
just do what I want.
whenever.
But now I'm like, that train has passed. It's done. I'm a father now. I'm so much better now. I think about so much more now. Like even when I was talking to that guy out there, like I was so against wearing a helmet and surfing at Pipeline. I'm like, oh, I don't need that. Now I'm like, yo, I need to wear a helmet because if I hit my head on the reef, I need to be able to go back home to my kids
That's right.
and my wife.
That's right.
Whereas when it was just me, I was cool. Okay, I hit my head on the reef. I might drown, pass away. Hey, life's over for me. Like it was just so much stuff I look at and think about so much differently now, and it's
You
better.
you also can't be a fucking hypocrite
Right.
because so many parents are. All
Hmm.
of us are.
Hmm.
Your family's had some hypocritical moments. I certainly have been a hypocritical parent at times. And so when I say fucking hypocrite, I really mean it that when we tell kids to do something we're not doing,
Yeah.
when we literally tell them a lie, that's hypocritical,
Very.
right? As opposed to telling them the truth. Yeah, I messed up here, or this is what I did or didn't do. And I think that that's absolutely imperative. And I loved what you said when you said, no, I've got to do the things I have to do.
Yeah.
Like now they're, it's like have tos become want tos
Hmm.
in many ways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They become want
Definitely.
tos. And that's great. And I want to also say, I've also met your kids, and you, uh, first of all, your kids are amazing. And I also love that you went through a tragedy
Hmm.
with children.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that and how that happened? Because
Yeah. Basically, I lost two kids, and the first one is the one I went public about, and he he was born and he lived for about 10 days, and he literally passed away in my arms. He had a heart problem, and at the time, I was just trying to like be there for Soraya and like be strong because I don't do good with deaths. I don't do good with any of that stuff. Like I kind of just stay away from that. I don't even want to. I basically just want to be emotionless when it comes to stuff like that because I don't even know how to react or act towards it. And when that happened, it was just a little different because I held my son in my arms and he passed away. And it was a it was a tough time because I was scared to have kids now. Like I didn't want another baby to go through that. And I just looked at the what is it, the NICU? Or
Yeah, the
the
NICU.
yeah, the
Yeah.
NICU. Like I looked at it so much different because I seen all kind of babies with worse problems and looking at the parents, like it was a whole like a whole new world that I didn't know existed. I was living in it. And I'll talk about the bad and then I'll talk about the good.
Okay.
So when that happened, me and Soraya were fighting. We were just it was just turmoil. It was horrible. And what ended up happening is I moved her out and she lived in her own place and I had finally got what I thought I wanted, which was okay, no kids, no relationship. I could just go be free now. I went to Hawaii, I went on these surf trips, I did did everything I wanted to do. And after doing it, I realized, oh, this isn't what I want to do anymore. I thought this is what I wanted to do. And that's when everything just hit me. Everything that I was like not tending to, everything that I just ignored, it all hit me when I was at home by myself for all those months. And I don't know what the proper word is. I just call it psychosis. And I got hit with psychosis to the point that I needed a TV on to sleep. I just my life was crazy, and then I went into a whole nother world of mental health and how serious that is. And I was literally losing my mind, and I wasn't even smoking weed, and I was like paranoid. I was just it was probably the worst place I've ever been in my life. And it took me listening to the right voices in my head and asking Soraya to come back and move in with me and trying to fix everything I did wrong and really just stay away from anything that takes away from me and only give life to the things that give life to me. And of course, my family gives life to me. And anything outside of that, I just view as it takes away from me because the reason I created my family is so I can do things the right way and, learn from what my family did. Like, okay, our family wasn't perfect. The family I'm about to create is going to get as close to perfect as it can get.
Yeah.
So I basically went from psychosis to being really aware of myself, really aware of my surroundings, aware of others and how they feel and where they're at mentally, like really taking that serious. Cause you hear about people who have mental problems. You're like, oh, you're all right. Just change how you feel. Like it's way deeper than that. Like
Much deeper.
I was lost in it. I almost thought I wasn't gonna find a way out. And now that I did find a way out, I'm grateful and I'm appreciative and I just move completely different now because I found a way out, and a lot of people don't find a way out. I actually know a lot of people who are going through exactly what I'm going or went through, and I know a few people who got out. And I'm like, oh, like wow, this is serious. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people don't get out of this, and I say all this to say that my family brings me so much joy. Soraya brings me so much joy, and I bring myself so much joy, of course.
Yeah, you do.
And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be aware that I'm here because I count my whole 20s like I was not here. Like I was just going through the motions. People tell me, "Oh, you remember you did this? You remember you did that?" I'm sorry, I don't. Like it's literally a blur to me, and it could be trauma. It could be all kind of stuff. Whatever it is, I don't remember it, and it's it used to be sad to me, but I'm like, all right, that was just my 20s.
Yeah.
Now let's make sure I remember my 30s for
That's right.
sure. Don't let what happened to my 20s happen to my 30s.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I'm just looking at it like, oh, okay, I still got it. I still got time.
Yeah.
Don't panic. Don't throw it all away because your 20s is a blur. So it's just a beautiful full circle moment, and I always say it had to happen.
It did.
Like if my 20s had to be a blur, if I had to have kids and lose one and do all that for me to be where I'm at right now, it had to happen.
If everybody could understand what you just said, if they could do that in their own lives,
Mhm.
not beat themselves up. You do MMA, I do boxing. Have you ever been taught how to give yourself a right cross? Has anybody ever taught you? No? They
Nope.
haven't taught you that yet? Oh, shit. Okay, most families teach us how to beat ourselves up by
Right.
calling us stupid and all that other shit. But anyway, the point being is that you looked at okay, this isn't working. I've got to do something different. And the first thing you did, I'll just mention what you just said. I called Sarai up and said, come back. Let me make amends. Let me fix what I have done wrong. Oh, you mean you didn't want to fix everything she did wrong? You just wanted to fix what you did wrong? Oh, that's crazy. Like blame somebody else, justify that.
Yeah.
And you didn't do that. I know that because I've sat with you enough to know that. And so you then started to take a look at yourself, and you can't do it all at once. It's steps, pieces, small bites, so you don't choke on your own healing
Yeah.
and all of that. And the other thing, you said something absolutely imperative, that when we try to hide from our emotions, when we try not to feel anything, it's only because, Spank, we feel so much.
Mm.
You are the feeling person in the family. Not that your family doesn't feel, they all feel.
Yeah.
It's like that you got a big feeling family. And when it feels overwhelming, then we do want to shut it off. It's kind of like a regulator where, water comes into the house, but then it has to go to smaller pipes. You have to need a regulator
Yeah.
to not have too much pressure,
Too
because
much.
too much pressure will make you psychotic, literally.
Yeah.
And you had all of this unwitnessed, unprocessed trauma. You had all of this stuff about you that you hadn't been able to figure out. And and no family is perfect. So all the pressure from your family, bless their hearts, because they do live with more pressure than most. Everybody goes, no, it's great. No, there's lots of pressure there too. That's very hard. So when you lost that son, all of that trauma comes up. It's still sitting inside of you.
Yeah.
It's why you go surfing and why you do music, because that's a physical way to get it out.
Yeah.
Right. And so what happened was, it just, the cap blew. Like, it just, the regulator was gone and all of it came flooding, literally flooding back. And if too
Man.
much comes in, your brain has to start to create what we'd call an alternative way of thinking, an alternative world, even,
Mm.
which is, I'm going crazy. The voices that I can't deal with what's happened to me in this last 20 years. I've got to do something. That's what you experienced. And it's a testament to your strength and your spiritual strength that you helped bring yourself back. Some people get so lost and so deep in that pain, they can't pull themselves out.
Man. I'm I'm witnessing a couple of my friends.
Yeah,
They're right there. They cannot pull themselves
they
back.
can't pull themselves out.
And they're not even aware that they need to. I was aware that I needed
That's
to.
right. That's a
I just
testament.
didn't know how, why, what. Like, now that you're saying an alternative, like that's literally what happened. Because
Right.
my whole way of thinking that was gone. It was like a whole. I looked at stuff. I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
I was in a whole new world, and it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But one thing I do remember, because I'm the type of person that likes to sleep in complete darkness. I don't, even the littlest light on bothers me. And I went from that to now I need the TV on, and I'm waking up every 30 minutes. Like, I can't even sleep for a full hour without me waking up, and like I didn't even know what it was that I was scared of, or like I just couldn't even sleep. It wasn't like somebody was out to get me, or I felt I just couldn't sleep. And I'll never forget this, because this one, it was like I was literally just getting worse and worse and worse, and I was just panicking more and more. And I was just at the house by myself, so that probably made it even worse, since
Yeah.
I had no one to talk to. So now I'm just really in my head. And I'll never forget, it was one night that I think the TV accidentally turned off, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just try to sleep. And I remember waking up, or maybe I was still asleep, I don't know. And I remember hearing a voice in my head. It was like the most calming, like loving voice. And it literally said, everything's going to be all right. You'll get out of this. You'll be okay. Don't worry about it. And I was just like, whoa, like that, those words, like it just took everything off of me. Like it was the craziest experience. Like, I don't have experiences like that. I've never seen ghosts, never seen that type of stuff. Like with that, I was like, that's all I needed. Like, whatever that was, thank you. Okay, I'm good now. I know what I need to do. I need to stop worrying. I'm making it worse by going deeper and going deeper, and like I was literally making it worse. So if I can make it worse, I can make it better. And I
Oh,
chose to make it better.
will you put that on your clothes? If I can make it worse, I can make it better. Everybody, I'm getting the first shirt. I'm getting the first. If I can make it worse, I can make it better.
Make it better. Yeah.
Don't forget that. Alex, write that down. Right? I
No, that
mean, think
was
about that. And you said, I know what I have to do. Now we're back to that have to again. I
mhm,
know what I have to do. I I know I have to do different to be different.
yes.
That's it. All of us. That's the way out is to do different. Because I don't know about you. I still have some crazy thoughts. His name is BeCrazyWell up here. You know,
Oh,
there
I
are,
still got the crazy thoughts
of
too.
course, I have crazy thoughts. I have crazy feelings sometimes. And I go,
Yeah.
oh, there's that crazy thought again. I'd love to put that person in cement shoes. And because I'm half Italian, we all know how to make cement from time we're like little. We know how to do that. It's like so fun that you can do that.
That's an Italian thing.
Yeah, it's an Italian thing. We always put people in cement and throw them in the river. So, that's how they're never
Are you
found.
aware that I'm Italian as well?
I don't know that.
So I want
Mom
to
or
talk
dad
about
said, where is that?
I want to talk about that real quick
Please.
since you brought up
Oh
Italian.
my God.
So
Paisan.
so as you know, my real or my first name is Corday Broadus.
Right.
I legally changed my name to Kalvin Love.
Because
And
so Corday
so
is
my
your,
middle name is Calvin. So
right,
Corday
the
Calvin
Calvin,
Broadus.
right,
And then my
Broadus.
dad is the same thing. His actual first name is Cortazar, middle name is Calvin, but he goes by Calvin as well,
Right.
which is ironic. But
Mhm.
my original name, my birth name is Corday Broadus. And not too long ago, or maybe long ago, I don't remember. It was all blur. But what I do remember is my last name isn't Broadus. My last name is Bernardo because my grandpa's last name is Bernardo. My grandpa is a black, of course, but he's
Yeah.
also Italian. That's where we get the name Bernardo from. Or maybe even Sicilian. I don't know. I would have to call him and
Oh,
ask.
that's serious Italian,
Yeah,
Sicilian.
yeah.
It's not-
Because he
I
said
have
something
a
about
grandfather
Sicilian.
that's Sicilian.
So my real last name is Bernardo, and I'm pretty sure that's an Italian last name.
Yes, it
And
is.
and I think Broadus is like a French last name or something, but that's not my real last name. So
Mhm.
even though I got it tatted on my back and I'm already knee deep in it, but my reason for changing my name wasn't because it wasn't because I was like, oh, I want to be different than my family or nothing. It was like, hey guys, Broadus isn't our last name. Y'all can keep it. Y'all already kind of made it have value and all that. Like that's something my brother said. Like, well, you can give meaning and value to stuff. I'm like, all right, I respect that. But
Mhm.
my grandpa's still alive. I want him to know that I respect him enough to at least like I'm not Broadus no more. And also, hey, I'm not Bernardo. I'm just gonna be Love because I even asked him. He was like, "Do what you want to do," and he confirmed to me that he's exactly like me. He don't want me to be like him. He wants me to be myself. So the moment he said, "Do what you want to do," because I was going to be Calvin Bernardo, just out of love for
Mhm.
my grandpa. He was like, "If you want to do your last name Love, go ahead. Like I'm fine with that." So that's how I became Calvin Love, and yeah, I'm Italian.
I love it. Well, I'm half Italian. The bottom half's Italian. Top half's kind of English. Yeah. I could say something like, my bikini wax starts from here. Like it's hard being an Italian woman. And the beard is even worse. But anyway, what I love about what you just said and from indigenous, now to know more about you. So black from the South, do you know more about what else you are in terms of ancestry?
Mm, my great grandma on my mom's side was Native American.
Yes, I'm bringing that up because I always felt that when I met your mom. Like the
Hmm.
first time she came to the ranch, I was like, oh, she's got native in her for
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring that up is because my stepfather was Native American, Black, and Italian.
Oh
My
wow.
stepfather, right?
Yeah.
And I had him since I was 10. So he was a, a great, great, great father. When children are born, they don't name them, they wait to see what the child does.
And they didn't give him a name.
And then the name is given to them by the child, meaning whatever the child does, what their gifts are, what their emphasis is in life and anything like that. So
That's
I
crazy.
just want to say that you may be following a tradition you don't even know,
Right.
that Kalvin Love is that. And I want to ask you another question about that now that you brought it up. And I obviously have it sitting here. What's your definition of love? What does that mean to you when you say you love somebody?
Hmm. I'm still working on that answer.
Excellent. Excellent. That's a great
I'm
answer.
still working.
And you know
Still
what?
studying.
You're right. It is going to change. You
Yeah.
talked about your 20s, your 30s. Now you're doing things that you have to do, and they're now things you want to do, which
Definitely want to do
is
it.
so wonderful. So let me tell you what I've come up with. It's been so important to me. I was wanting people to love me all the time. Especially, I went from relationship to relationship, relationship, relationship because I was looking for that love that I didn't get from my bio dad. And then being a student of English, which I, not just English, but words in general, because
Yeah.
words matter,
Yeah.
I realized that when I became a therapist, I kept saying, oh, an emotion, love, emotions, dealing with feelings and emotions. And love would be one of them. And I went, well, wait a minute, wait. When you make a sentence, a complete sentence,
Yeah.
I is the subject, you is the object. You need a verb to make a complete sentence. So you're a wordsmith as well. You're a poetess. You know words matter. So if I say, I love you, which I do, by the way, love is a verb, it's an action. And the emotion that you get from loving someone or being loved, action wise, like how they treat you, is joy.
So you
And you
love that
said your
joy?
family gives you a lot of joy.
Yeah, I get you.
So love is actually a verb.
So it's not a feeling
It's not a feeling. Joy is the feeling.
that you
Now,
get from love.
yeah, and when I
The action.
don't, and when someone isn't loving towards me, or I'm not loving towards someone, it's because I'm in fear and sadness.
Which is another.
That's right. Those others. So it was a big thing for me. I go, how is it that no one's noticed that I love you is a sentence and that makes love a verb? Now, I suppose it could be a noun too. At the same time, it's just that, boy, if you're going to say you love someone, you should be able to fill that in with, I'm going to care for you. I'm going to be honest with you. Right?
So I just thought about it.
What?
Could love be a state of being?
Yeah, absolutely. Because being is a verb.
Oh, got you.
You're absolutely right.
Got you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Right?
Yeah, you're definitely a wordsmith.
I am. Well, you know why? I'll tell you a funny story. So I don't know how old Logan, he was just going to nursery school. He came home one day and I said something to the effect, well, you know, Logan, you're going to hear a lot of words we don't say in our household. And you know me, I'm always being kind of funny. And he's really, and I go, yeah, like we don't say the S word. And he gets this big smile on his face. Little, he's tiny. He goes, you mean shit? And I go, no, we say shit.
Yeah, that's the word y'all say.
We always say shit. We don't say stupid.
Caught him off guard with that
Yeah, because, you know, you're so stupid. This is stupid. Your ideas are stupid. And I was like, yeah, that's hurtful. Like you call me a lot of things. I think we're from Massachusetts. We call ourselves massholes. So I'm good with that. But you call someone stupid or something stupid, and parents say it all the time. What are you, stupid?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
I got you.
And then the school system makes you feel stupid. You struggled with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And here you are, this wise man and this competent man and a member of the world. And yet the school wasn't able to adjust for you.
Or maybe I wasn't able to adjust for it.
You might not have been because of the way it was set up.
Yeah. The structure and
you could have learned all that stuff with your hands and outside, and you know what I mean? You didn't have to put it all down on paper and all of that. I mean, if you see a kid like you, I mean, let's talk about you as a dad. Do you see the difference of how your kids learn?
Definitely.
Okay. So that you don't necessarily tell your daughter how to do something the same way you would tell your son and vice versa, that they,
it's different.
It's different. Each child is different in how they process the world.
Yeah, I agree.
What's your I know you love your kids and they're irritating, not your kids per se. I'm just saying kids can
Kids,
be
yeah,
irritating. Yeah.
I
How do you
agree.
handle that?
Still working on that. Still handling it. Still figuring it out. I've gotten better though, because it would be a time where like I'm with them all week. Mandatory weekend, I need to be away from them.
Yeah.
I need a
Well,
2 day reset.
wait. They need to be away from you too.
Uh, Even better.
Even better, right? There are times that we are too much for our kids.
Yeah,
We're on them all the time and they need a break from us. So I
yeah.
just wanted to share that with everybody that you're right.
Share it. That needs to be. It
It
needs to be
needs to be
heard.
right. When a tribe said, every woman the age of the mother is auntie and every woman older is grandma and every older dad is grandpa, it's because the parents could get a break because everybody was helping
Yeah,
with the kids.
I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm real big on taking breaks and resetting, recharging. Not even in the sense that they're draining me, but it's just like it's a lot. Like you said, it's a lot on them. It's a lot on me.
Yeah.
Let's take a break.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then when I see y'all again, oh my gosh, it's like I'm in love all over again.
That's right. That's right.
Instead of just all day, every day, every day, every day. I'm like, all right, it's a lot. So
It is a
it's
lot.
refreshing to hear you say that
It's
because
so true. And
I
I tell parents
agree.
that all the time. I go, they need a break from you,
Yeah,
right? They need to have other people experience them, set boundaries with them, and now obviously safe people.
of course.
I get that, and they deserve it. I got to give your mother some credit with that. She
Mm,
was and is always very, very committed to those grandkids.
yeah,
She's
I
given you guys a lot of breaks.
I agree, and it's mainly with my oldest son because my
Mhm.
oldest son is she's closer to,
Yeah,
but with my younger ones, they kind of remind her of they're me times 1,000,
yeah, they
right?
are.
So it's not easy for her to be around them.
Yeah.
It's not even easy for me to be around them, and
When they're older, there are some grandparents and people. My mother taught me this that some people like babies to 10,
mm,
and then from then on they don't really like the teenagers, and then there's people that don't really relate well with little kids and like them better when they're older. You
yeah,
see that?
yeah. I mean, this is just how I view it. Like I am so happy that my kids are living the life that I wish I lived. Like, if I had to miss out on it so they can have it, man, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like they're playing any sport they want to play, they get to play.
Yeah.
Anything they want to do, they get to do. Like there literally is no limit for them.
Mhm.
Whereas for me, I felt the limits. I felt the like I wanted to play baseball. I wanted to play tennis. I wanted to play soccer. I wanted to
Mhm.
skateboard. I've
Yeah.
been wanted to surf. I wanted to surf at 8, 9 years old.
Right.
I had to get into it at 22, 23. I feel like I
Yeah.
missed a lot of time.
You did, because even, and this is where we think that having a lot of resources makes life easier, and it
Hmm.
doesn't necessarily. You can get a lot of stuff, but it doesn't necessarily change fear and sadness around things. Each, your father and mom and then your grandfather, they're all closer to the generational trauma.
Hmm.
They're right. You're that generation away, so you don't have the expectations that kids have to be this way, things have to be this way, because all of them remember lynching, like literally remember it,
Yeah.
like physically in their
Yeah.
face remember it. So there was a when you have historical trauma like that, oftentimes the generations that are so close to it are trying to protect you. Like, you got to go to school, you got to do this. I can remember when I was a little kid that my dad's family used to put lye in their hair, their black hair, to straighten it because they weren't allowed, like that comb that you have in your hair, they would never have had that.
Yeah.
That had, because they could have gotten fired, they would have gotten, all kinds of shit would happen if they didn't straighten their hair
Yeah.
and dress properly. So what has really happened for you is that you're the generation that finally could say to your parents, no, we're going to go do what we want to do. We're going to, we don't have to live that way anymore. We're not going to be in fear all the time of, people not liking us or accepting
Yeah,
us. Does
definitely.
that sound about right? And now your kids are way far away from that.
Oh, they're whole nother whole
They're,
nother
yeah,
dimension at this point. But the way I feel is, once again, it had to happen. I would love for my parents to be in the kids that I had with Soraya's life,
Mhm.
and I feel like they're not ready yet. I mean, they're still processing me,
That's right. That's
and
right.
you know, it is what it is. I don't have any ill will towards them. I actually love them
I
because I
think will
understand them.
happen. Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, when my dad couldn't accept me, my bio dad, I did. I still cared about him. And at the very last moment of his life, not that I wish that for you, it just
Yeah.
happened because he died young, was he finally was able to let go of his fear and sadness
Hmm.
and his expectation. And that's what it is. When families can't come together, it's because of past trauma. It's actually not what's happening right now.
Yeah.
It's not that outfit. It's not Soraya. It's not anything other than what they experienced.
True. I agree.
And when they choose to heal from that more and more and more and more, then what you are doing and who you are and who she is not a problem. It's because it's not a threat.
Hmm.
It doesn't bring up that fear and
Yeah,
sadness.
I agree.
Right?
And that's the older I get, that's exactly how I view it.
Mm.
And um like it's all love. Like
That's all good. It's gonna happen.
everybody's got their own pace.
That's right.
Like when I'm around Soraya, her pace is way faster than my pace.
It's true.
So I'm like, hey,
Hmm.
this is my pace. Clearly
Hmm.
that's yours,
Hmm. I
all
just
love.
want her to make me an outfit, but I think I'm too old to wear them now. But I
Nah,
love what she does with her
nah, you're
clothes.
fine.
And
She'll find something for you.
so good, 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 good. I'm glad to hear that. I want you to pick this up and show everybody what you got here.
Yeah, so
What, so this is new for me to know you this way.
mhm.
So I'm like I said, I'm like a grandmother, all excited. Wait to see what my grandson has created.
Yeah, so quick story, because I haven't really talked about how I came up with the name Hippie Air. So, like I said, I listened to the game, Eminem, Kanye West, all that. And then this is when Wiz came out. And when Wiz came out,
Mhm.
he went crazy. Like
Yeah,
he was he was the man.
yeah.
And Wiz showed us all this guy named Currency, Spitta, Currency the Hot Fire, or
Hmm.
whatever he went by. And Currency had this song called Reagan Era. I wasn't alive during the Reagan era,
That's right. I was.
but
I was there.
but I guess in the song he says the drug era inspired me. I guess Reagan
Just
was,
say no.
yeah.
Just say no.
I
That's
guess
what.
So he named the song Reagan era, and I used to rap on all everybody beats. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna rap on this beat, but I'm gonna call it hippie era because I don't know about the
I
Reagan
was
era.
there.
Yeah, he was there.
If you say Civil War, I wasn't there, but Piera
You were
on
there.
man, I mean, here down to here, like this, I used to do all of that with you. I'm with you 100% hippie
Nah,
era.
that's
That's
dope.
what made me laugh too when I heard it.
That's dope. So I named it Hippie Era because at the time I was finding out about the world and the food and myself.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, I'm basically a hippie. Like
Yeah,
I'm
you are.
taking LSD, eating real food, walking outside barefoot. Like I'm a hippie.
Yeah,
So
you
I
are.
named the song Hippie Era. And from there, I just started calling myself a hippie. I was just branded Hippie Era. So this was 12, 14 years ago. And I even got it tatted on my chest, Hippie Era. So when I came out with the brand, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna come out with the brand Hippie Era.
Hmm.
I don't hear nobody talking about Hippie Era no more.
We're
I feel
bringing
like
it
I'm a
back.
hippie. Yeah, I feel like
We
I'm a
need it
hippie.
back. We need some of that hippie era right now.
Yeah. So this is my weed brand, and what I plan on doing is I'm doing the cannabis, I'm doing the clothing, and Hippie Era music, of course. I'm doing the music,
Let me
and
see this.
with the music, it's going to be interesting
Oh my God, you
because
even got the peace sign in
in
the
the
eye over the eye. One love.
One
Thank you,
Love,
Bob. You know,
yes,
I'm going to meet his wife in a couple of weeks. You want to meet her?
Bob Marley's wife.
Yeah, Sharon.
Oh wow,
I'm going to meet her. Um, One love, hippie era.
yeah.
So
And there's the tie dye, just
the tie dye, yeah, yeah,
holographic.
holograph. So peace, love, and macrame. Do you know how to macrame? I better teach you how to do that if you want to be a hippie.
Yeah, I gotta
It's
learn.
with knots and you make plant hangers. We used to make, oh yeah, there's so much I need to tell you about the hippie era that
Yeah,
you don't know.
I'm
Free
a
love. It would have
beginner.
a sign here that said free love, not love.
I like Free Love. I got
Yeah.
a couple songs called Free
Yeah,
Love.
free love. There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm all for this. And I just want you to know that I'm so excited. Actually, can I ask Alex? Alex, can you see if Kirsha got that little surprise that I want to show? So we got a wonderful crew over here. I should like turn the camera around so you can see Tommy and Zoe and Alex. Go ahead, Alex, as quick as possible. Can you get that? Thank you. My God, I'm getting so old and uncoordinated that I choke on my own spit. It's like so sad.
You're not old.
You know,
You're
I'm
still
going to tell you
here.
how old I'm going to be. I'm going to be
45.
no. Oh, I don't wish. Here's one thing, Spank, that's so fun. I have never minded getting older, ever. Never minded it. When I was 30, I said, I'm 30.
I'm 30.
And there you go. You're 30. I'm going to be 75 years old March 1st.
Wow. Congratulations.
I know. And I box.
So you were born in 1949.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. How funny is that, Alex?
Oh,
Okay, now
wow.
wait. I got to show you something.
What a jacket.
Yeah. Wait. Hang on. Oh, wait. Let's do this. Let me do this. I got this. I got this. Oh, wait, what? Well, all right. I know you can't hear me because the mic's over here, so I'll just move the mic. All right. So I want you to see this.
Wow. I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
So 1968.
Wow.
I took this off the back of my hippie boyfriend.
Wow.
And this is handmade. So I want you to
It's
look
in
at
good
this.
condition too.
Yeah, I've been carrying it around
Wow.
since 1970 because I was 20 when I took it off of him. So
It says Moses for my brother Jack.
yep, Jack Jordan was my boyfriend, and he made that for him.
I love the way this smells.
Yeah.
Is this
Isn't that
just
great?
leather?
Oh, let me do this. I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah.
This actually smells like my dad, ironically.
Does it?
This is how his man cave used to smell.
Let's talk a little bit about your dad. We haven't talked about your dad too
I
much.
like that a lot.
So I brought this in today because I wanted you to see what we were all wearing, and we were all making our own clothes.
That's another thing I noticed because I was looking at Jimi Hendrix. I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no way he went in the store and bought any
Oh no,
of his
no,
clothes.
no, no. We always made our own clothes.
it
Yeah.
looked like he made
We
that.
made our own clothes. So I went to a wedding in West Virginia. I was 20, the same year, and because I was a hippie, I took a sheet. And I made, Soraya going to love this. I made a panel down the front, a panel down the back, and made a casing, and I tied it on with a ribbon, and I tie-dyed it black and yellow. And then I made a halter top, just a little thing like this, and tied it around my neck and around my back. And then I made a shawl out of the rest of the sheet.
A shawl?
A shawl, which is just like a piece of cloth that you wrap around.
Oh, that you
your
just wear
shawl.
around you. Yeah.
So I got the top and the thing, and I go to West Virginia to a wedding that my boyfriend, then became my husband, was in the wedding party. And I get there and everybody's got teased up hair and fluffy dresses. And I walk in with this tie-dyed sheet of an outfit, hippie outfit. Long hair like Cher, black hair down to my waist.
Wow.
Yeah. And
you got a picture?
I do. I still have a picture of that. And my mother-in-law, who wasn't my mother-in-law at the time, was so wonderful that people were walking away from me. They were talking. They were in the wedding party, and I realized what I've done. And she comes over and puts her arm around me and goes, "You just don't pay any attention to them."
Oh, she liked it.
Yeah, she loved
That's
that
dope.
I did that. So yeah, this is what we were wearing, and we should have a lot of talk about what was good about that era and what also we struggled with.
Yeah.
And because there were times that people took a lot of drugs, not that they don't now, that didn't help them. There were times where people got hurt, and there was also, though, probably the most dangerous part of that time was the government.
Oh yeah.
Towards us, you know, I mean,
Because they viewed y'all as like some crazy freeloaders and
Unbelievable. And, there were two students shot on campus, on a college campus. I mean,
yeah.
so it was a
It's
tough
actually a
time.
good documentary, which is no longer on Netflix.
Hmm.
But when I watched it, it's called Hippie Masala,
Oh, I
and it
don't
was
know that.
about during that time
Hmm.
when everybody was taking psychedelics and the
Yeah,
government was going crazy. A lot of people moved to India, and some
that's
people
true.
moved to like the Himalayan mountains. Some
That's
people
right.
moved to, I think it's called Goa,
Hmm.
like, and they just showed parts of India. I was like, oh my gosh, I thought India was just this, and they
No,
just showed me a whole new world.
meditation, the Beatles brought back meditation, and look how
Hmm.
much that has helped so much of the world. Yoga, meditation. I mean, there was just some wonderful, wonderful time and some wonderful music.
Definitely.
Oh, I can be so proud of that.
I was just in San Francisco, and I walked down Haight Street
Yes,
or
hate
Hyde Street,
hate
whatever,
Ashbury.
Haight Ashbury,
Yeah,
and I was like, wow, I can only imagine how this looked when it was actually during those
it
days.
was a one. I was 18 and 68,
Wow.
so I was right in the thick of it, and also how we stood up and we questioned everything. Like one of the things that we said, don't trust anybody over 30. That was one of our mantras. And the other thing was question everything. So
Definitely.
everything that was supposed to be the way it's supposed to be, we questioned it all.
That's
And
how my kids are.
that's right.
I
They go,
tell them
why the
anything. Why?
yeah, why
Why?
why are we doing that, Dad? We don't have to. And you have to sit there and go, I don't know why we're doing that. I got to think about that
It's
for
a
a
good
minute.
question.
All right. So before we end, so I want everybody to know about Hippie Era and can they buy this now? Can we order this wonderful track outfit, or
So
when's that going to
maybe
happen?
maybe we can have a conversation about it because sometimes I am too much in my head.
Yeah.
This tracksuit was tie dyed by hand, so it costs a little bit more.
Hmm.
So I can't mass produce this. I thought about the idea of doing like 100 each and then do a new colorway, but I would have to charge a
Charge.
good amount.
Do it.
But I'm just like, I don't want that to be people's first impression of me. It's like
Hmm.
I'm like supreme or I'm some type of hype beast. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you got to pay $300 for this tracksuit. Like, I'm trying to find somebody who can just print this type of
Hmm.
without actually tie dyeing it, so it can be mass produced and make
Right.
this an affordable tracksuit.
Hmm.
So right now, the clothing is still it's under construction.
Okay.
This is kind of like if you know, you know.
But this we can get in San Francisco.
So that you can get at any Nug store, and I just got off the phone with some good people and some people you know as well.
Hmm.
I might be able to get it in all stores sooner than I think,
Okay.
but as of right now, it's only in the Bay Area, Sacramento,
Okay.
and Washington. All over in Washington, you can get that. And my music, I'm actually going to San Francisco in a couple of days to work on my hippie era album. I got a lawyer now. I got a full on studio, people to produce for me, to mix and engineer for me. Like I'm really about to take off,
Yes.
and it couldn't have happened at a better time. Like
Under
I'm
Kalvin Love.
under
Remember
Calvin
that
Love.
gold. You're going to love his music. I have been so grateful for
Yes.
you for that. And anytime you don't want to go to San Francisco, bring him here and
Oh,
we'll do
definitely.
that. Yeah. So then you don't have to travel so far. And then we'll go
Yeah,
downstairs and we'll box. I'm
definitely.
going to box him sometime. All right. Last but not least, your dad.
Yeah.
So your dad, I just have to say, first of all, your mother and was great and was wonderful meeting her, and then I met your dad. How what's different about your relationship with your dad in the last couple of years? Anything? Last
Mm,
10 years, last 5 years, last year?
I think the difference is I understand it. For years, I didn't understand him,
Hmm.
and it caused a lot of confusion, pain, hurt, resistance, just all bad things. And now that I understand him and why he did what he did and why he does what he does, it's like at the end of the day, I love him. Like it's my dad.
It's your
Like
dad.
even smelling that jacket, I'm like, wow, this reminds me when I used to be living in his man cave, and his man cave literally just, I don't know what this smell is, but it smells exactly like him. Like kind of weed, kind of leather, kind of this, kind of that. Like just brought back memories. So yeah, I love him, but I just feel like we're going down different roads, and we're heading in the same direction, just a different
Well,
road.
that's what I didn't want to say that until you said it, because I don't want to
Yeah,
put
like
anything in your head. That's what I saw the last time we were all together. Like I saw that. And sometimes it does this, and then sometimes it's going to do that.
yeah.
And, I think kids don't understand that parents are still a work in progress.
Oh yeah. You helped me understand that
Yeah.
because I was real hard on him.
Yeah, you were.
And the other people I talk to, they's like, "Man, you're real hard on him." I'm like, "Am I? Damn, okay, my bad." Like,
Well, he's hard on you,
yeah,
right? Like there's times that I always want to go,
yeah,
you know, and only because I think you used the best word ever, understanding. You didn't live what he lived.
mhm.
You didn't live his childhood. And when you talk about your grandfather, is that his father?
Yeah, it's his father.
Well, think about that for a second. How is it that you're so close to his father and struggle so much with him? Did that ever occur to you?
You had explained it to me once.
Yeah.
I forgot how you explained it when you said
Mhm.
it. I
Tell
it
me now what you
easily.
think about that, what you see in his father that's easier for you. What's easy about your grandfather?
Honestly, he's just like me. Like
Yes.
he's just
Just like you mean what? Not trying to force anything,
nothing. Just
right?
he makes his weekly call
Yeah.
real quick. Oh, how the kids doing? Oh, okay, all right, boom. He ain't trying to talk to me like it's.
Not giving you unasked for advice,
Mm.
not getting anything from you, doesn't
Yeah,
need anything from you, doesn't need you to be anything.
no, we
See,
just
that's the
chilling.
wisdom of old age, because I
Hmm.
got that. It's this idea that we gave up that agenda. Mom and dad, it's really hard for them to give up agendas.
Yeah,
Expectation, wants, fear.
because it's almost built into them,
That's right.
and that's what I'm like. I understand now. Like, had you asked me this a couple of years ago, I would have went on a whole rant. Now I'm like, man, I just turned 30. I'm blessed. My kids are blessed. My wife is blessed. The way I see my mom and dad is they're still figuring it out, as we all are.
That's exactly right.
And who am I to be hard on them? Like,
That's right.
I understand. I love them, and me doing that helps me out, and it help me helping myself out helps my family out, and it helps them out because they're like, oh, okay. If they see this, they're like, okay.
Yeah,
It just helps everybody out
it
instead of
does.
trying to like pick a side and fighting for right or wrong. Just be, just exist.
And you have a brother, and now your sister is going to have a baby.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a life lesson for her,
Yeah.
which she needs. Because
And
I told her like she has too much time to her, so
yeah,
she needs.
she deserves this
Yeah,
baby. She worked hard for this baby.
yeah.
She's
So
been through some stuff, and I have nothing but love and respect for
definitely,
what she's had to go through.
definitely.
When are you going to take me surfing? That's the only thing that we haven't done yet.
Well, and snowboarding.
Yeah, and snowboard. Oh, that's right. And snowboard. And that I can do. I'm proud to say that as much as my daughter is unbelievable snowboarder, at least I tried it before she did.
Yeah.
And she's like
Yeah,
crazy
I'm down
good.
to take y'all up on that Mammoth offer because
Yeah,
I still haven't been,
let's go together.
but I definitely want to go for at least a
She'll go
week.
with, I mean, I'm telling you, she has taught me so much. And she's she's the kind that could jump out of a helicopter and go
Oh, she's
snowboard.
that good.
Oh, yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
could do that. Like I don't think she's ever done it, but she did take a helicopter up to a mountain, was the first one to
Yeah,
go
I can
down.
do a black diamond.
Yeah.
I can get to the bottom.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm
What
like,
do you
hey.
look like when you
Oh,
get to
I'm
the
actually good. Like I've gotten better, but yeah,
yeah.
I can go down a black diamond, no problem.
No, I go to the middle and then I go down. That's it. I'm like,
Well, I started working on jumps, and I just had my little GoPro,
yeah.
and I overshot the jump, and I chose my GoPro over my shoulder, and I
Oh,
literally tore my rotator cuff. So
oh, dude.
I'm like, I've been surfing for what, 12 years, never got hurt. I snowboard for a season, I'm already hurt.
Yep.
Problems. I'm like,
But I
yeah.
mean, it's not that your first season you tried to jump. It certainly couldn't be that.
Maybe I was trying to document myself
I'm
jumping. I
sure
should
you
have had
were. I'm
somebody.
sure you were.
But yeah, I learned my lesson. I'm like, I'm gonna just be the type that just cruise
That's
down.
what I do now. Big, sweeping, like you can play One Love. And
Mhm.
that's what I'm snowboarding to. One Love going down. That's what I'm doing.
Just cruising for sure.
Just cruising. That's
But
all
yeah,
I
we
do.
definitely can surf.
Yeah.
I just like snowboarding right now.
Yeah.
Surf is like a
No, we'll wait till it's
beyond
warm.
a workout. It's like
Yeah.
you're
Well, I
fighting
did
against
learn. I
everything.
never told you this. I actually did learn to surf in Kauai by a woman named Margot Oberg, who was, I think, technically the first professional woman surfer.
Oh
I'm
wow.
sure indigenous women were doing it, so I hate to say that,
Yeah.
but in the professional
Yeah.
circuit. And I loved it. I had my own surfboard for a while, and I haven't been on one for a while, but I would. And I'm pretty strong. So this is the hardest part of surfing.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part for me. Is
Yeah,
like
you're
for
doing
all of
that.
us
You're doing that 95%
of
of
the
the time.
time, right? That's it.
Maybe even
But there's
98.
maybe there's nothing like it when that wave comes underneath you,
And it
and
takes
then
you.
you stop. You stop because it picks you up. It's like the universe picking you up and carrying you. I mean, it makes me almost emotional to think what that feels like when the ocean carries you.
That's the only thing that I'm starting to kind of lose in snowboarding. It's
Mhm.
like, all right, I
Yeah,
went
you
down
want the
this
mountain to
mountain.
pick you up in the
Yeah,
snow,
like,
and
all right, I went down this mountain.
yeah,
Okay, I did this right. I did this. Okay, all right. With surfing, it was never all right, all right. Like, it's always a new wave, new energy coming from miles away
yeah,
and just taking you wherever you go. So,
it's the best.
definitely.
You're the best.
And so are you.
Be your best self.
Be your best
And then
self.
I've got BeCrazyWell.
Just be whatever it's gonna be.
To be is a
Just
verb.
be.
It's just be.
I
That's a
agree.
verb. You're still doing something when you're just being.
Yeah,
All right. I need to tell you, I just adore you. I've missed you.
I miss you too.
I can't even tell you how much fun I used to have when he'd say, "Hey, meet me down at Venice Beach and we'll talk." And I'm like, "Oh yeah."
We get to hang out.
Right. And I remember people looking at us going,
Right.
"What's that? What's that old
What's
white
going
lady
on?
doing with it? What's that all about?" Oh my God. I used to laugh at that going, "Yeah, we're not going to tell them."
Let them think. No, I do enjoy hanging out with you and talking to you.
Yeah.
It actually this podcast felt like a little therapy session. So I was like, hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah, me too. I think everything we do could be therapeutic.
Hmm.
That you could still want to know more things and understand more things, come to terms with more things, accept more things. I mean, I think that's what we should be doing. We
Yeah,
should have these deep yet not stressful, pressure filled conversations. So,
I agree.
okay, I get some more ideas that I want to share with you, but I want to get Sarai in here now. I want people to feel that energy.
Oh, yeah.
She needs to be,
It's night and day,
yeah,
definitely.
it's amazing. And I loved it when I went in the house and I was like, whoa, this is the best.
Imagine living there.
Oh my God, I would need a weekend off.
Thank you.
I just wanted to tell you that. I'm honest. I would need a weekend
But
off.
I always try to like reiterate to her, like, it's a beautiful thing, but even beautiful things you just need a break from. Like, hey.
And she needs a break from your quiet. I'm sure. She's like, is he still alive? Where is he?
No, I literally go in my room, and the reason I love my daughter because she just open the door. What you doing, Daddy? Oh, I want to do it. And I'm like, thank you, Levy. I love that you know how I am, so you just come to me.
That's right.
And you tell me, oh, we're gonna go do this. You're coming. You want to do this? You want to do that? Like, I'm like, thank you so much.
Wait a minute. Isn't your dad a little bit like that?
Like what?
Don't you have to go to your
Oh yeah,
dad?
definitely.
Yeah. Because when I can remember I'm saying, no, you don't wait for them to come up to your office. You go to the kitchen, dude.
Hmm.
He's like, oh, I'm supposed to do that? I go, yeah, you're
Yeah.
supposed to go to the kitchen, say, hi, I'm home.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you're a little more similar than I think you might
Definitely.
realize.
I mean, even when I'm making music, like
Yep.
there's certain things I say that he would say
That's
because I grew up on his music. Like, of course, Am I trying to rap like him? Of course not, but he definitely is an inspiration.
Yeah.
Like without me even trying, I'd be like, oh, this is something my dad would say. How can I put my twist on it? Okay, boom, do it. So
And just so you know, the science is, and I think I told you this a long time ago, that the firstborn follows in the footsteps of the same gender parent more times than not.
mm,
Because you're
okay.
the firstborn, and you had him and her to yourself for a little while, and there's just something about that. So, as different as you are, you're going down a similar path.
Oh yeah,
You
we're
said
very,
yourself.
very similar, of
Very
course.
similar.
I
That's
I
right.
can't deny it from the way we talk,
Yeah.
mannerisms. Like I would be a fool to try to not be like him.
Mm.
I've accepted it. I have.
Mhm. Yeah.
People just look at me and they're like, "You look familiar. Where do I know you from?" I'm like,
That's right.
Man, you
Yeah.
probably know me, probably don't. I get that a lot."
Yeah.
And they just go about their business like, "Yeah, it probably wasn't him, but he was real close. I really thought it was him." Like, so yeah, it's of course.
Mhm.
Then that's where I'm at in life. Like I just accept it. I understand it. I used to fight it, and fighting it only hurts
That's right.
me.
That's right.
It only
That's
sets me
exactly
back.
right.
I'm done. I'm
Mhm.
done with my setbacks. I'm about to take off. I'm already taking off actually.
I'm so like I feel like I have just always known this about you, and to sit here and just watch this happen, I'm like, oh, so important. And we, Spank, we need you. We need you, Kalvin Love.
Yes.
We need you. We need your voice. We need your music. We need you and your tie dye and everything else that you are,
Yeah.
and your snowboarding. So we need you.
Yes. I
So I
agree.
just want you to know that.
I'm happy to be here.
I just love you.
Time to get it done.
Okay, you've been with BeCrazyWell, and you saw the best of BeCrazyWell right here, right now.
Yes.
Bless you. And go look up Hippie Era and Kalvin Love. Do it.
Yeah, just look up Kalvin Love and
Yeah, look him up.
it'll find it. You'll find everything else.